Hello students. So in the previous class, in the chapter that is why do we fall ill, we were talking about the common pathogens. Pathogens which are responsible for causing the diseases to that of the human being. In this student, we discussed the different types of a pathogen, including that of a Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Mycobacterium tuberculosis is what kind of a pathogen, student? Clausis. See, this is caused by a bacteria. By the name itself, it is explaining that it is caused by a bacteria, and the bacteria shape is of rod shape, and it causes a disease which is known as a tuberculosis, also known as a TB in a short form. When we talk about the TB, student, basically this TB is it affects the lungs of a human body. It affects the lung of a human body. But it is not only the lungs, but the other part like that of a spine or kidney. Even it can affect the brain of a human. Okay, so you can see spine, kidney and brain will be affected by that of a by the attack of the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, now you see here that it gets transmitted from one person to another. It means it is a communicable diseases, and we can control it by taking the proper precautions. Then the next one, student, that we had discussed is trypanosoma. Trypanosoma was what? Trypanosoma, it is a protozoan parasite. Protozoan parasite, right? Protozoan parasite is there, students, and it is also known as African sleeping sickness. We called another, the disease which is caused by that of a trypanosoma is African sleeping. I told you about it, student, that why it is known as a African sleeping sickness. It is because the species of the trypanosoma, basically it is found either in that of the west and the central part of the Africa, or to that of the very few species of a trypanosoma is also found in the eastern part of the Africa. So you can understand that this species mainly it is found in Africa, and that is why the disease which is caused by that of a trypanosoma is the African sleeping sickness. Now, this one also gets transmitted from one person to another person, from an infected person to that of a healthy person. And transmission can occur either through that of a human to the other human, or through the animals also, through the infected animals. Okay, so infected animal or the infected human being will be if they are consisting of the trypanosoma protozoan parasite, absolutely it will get transmitted from that person to the other person. Now you see, student, what is the vector which is responsible for carrying this parasite from the infected person to that of a healthy person is the tsetse fly, which is responsible for carrying this protozoan parasite, tsetse fly. Okay, so African sleeping sickness, tsetse fly is responsible. We call it as a vector of that of a trypanosoma is tsetse fly. Okay, next one is that we were discussing about it, student, is Leishmania. You know that Leishmania is also what? It is a protozoan parasite. This one is also a protozoan parasite, and Leishmania is also having the protozoan parasite. And since it is a protozoan parasite, it will also need a vector which is responsible for carrying this parasite from one place to the another. It means from one person to another. Okay, and a kind of a fly which is responsible for it is known as a sandfly. Now sandfly, it can be a male or it can be a female. So infected male or a female fly, that is sandfly, is responsible for carrying the Leishmania parasite from infected person to that of a healthy person. Let us write it again one by one, then we will understand it. Leishmania. 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 So first of all, student, this is a protozoan parasite. And more than 20 species of this parasite is responsible for the causing that of Leishmania. For carrying the Leishmania, you can say, or we can say more than 20 parasite is affect that of a human being. So we can say that more than it's 20 species affect humans. Okay. Now this, it causes a disease which is known as leishmaniasis or Kala Azar. Okay, so we can say that causes a disease called leishmaniasis, also known as a Kala Azar. Okay, leishmaniasis or Kala Azar. Now you see, students, this is transmitted from an infected to a healthy person through an infected male or female fly. Infected fly, let me write it here, infected fly called sand fly. Okay, so it can be, it is transmitted from the infected person to that of the healthy person, and by a fly, by a vector that is known as a sandfly. Now, more than 90 species of a sandfly causes the disease, that is leishmaniasis. Okay, or it acts as a vector for carrying the Leishmania parasite from one person to the other person. Okay, so we can write it, that is more than 90 species of sandfly carry the parasite Leishmania. Now, how it get transmitted? Yes, either from that of an infected person, if a person is there who is already carrying this protozoan parasite, even rodents also, or animals. All of them may consist of this protozoan parasite, and when the sandfly bite that of the infected person or the animal, then what will happen? That parasite will get into that of the sandfly, and sandfly, when it goes to a healthy person and bite the healthy person, this parasite will get transferred from that person, from that animals to a healthy person. Okay, so we can write it. Basically, bite an infected So, or rodent or animals, then this parasite will be carried out from one by sandfly, to the healthy person. We can say that when the sandfly bites an infected person, then the parasite will be carried out by the sandfly, and when this sandfly again bite to a healthy person, it will get transferred. The parasite will get transferred to that of a healthy person. Okay, so we can write a sandfly. When this sandfly bite healthy person, this parasite will be transferred to the healthy person. Will be healthy person. Okay, so it will get transferred to that of a healthy person. So by this method you can understand, student, that it get transported from one person to another person. When we talk about the Kala Azar, actually the Kala Azar is a you can say it is a very worse condition or phase of that of the leishmaniasis. Okay, so Kala Azar, you can say that it is the worst form of the that of the leishmaniasis diseases. Okay, and it is believed that many people get affected by this leishmania, and about 12 million people around the world, they because of the leishmania, they are suffering from that of a Kala Azar or leishmaniasis. Okay, so leishmania causes a disease, that is leishmaniasis, which is also known as a Kala Azar. Now if we talk about the next one, student, and that is SARS. SARS. SARS coronavirus. SARS coronavirus. Now this is another kind of a pathogen, student, is another kind of a virus. We can say it is a kind of a coronavirus which is responsible for giving a disease, and that is known as a SARS. Okay, so SARS, basically it is a disease which is an infectious disease. It means it gets transmitted from one person to that of the another person. Okay, so the first thing is that SARS is an infectious disease. Okay, SARS is an infectious disease. Infectious disease, it means it gets transmitted from one person to other person. Okay, now what is the full form of a SARS, students? So full form of SARS is severe acute respiratory syndrome. Okay, severe acute respiratory syndrome is the full form of a SARS. This is an infectious disease, and basically the cause of this disease is the coronavirus. Okay, so coronavirus is responsible for causing the disease, infectious disease, that is SARS. Basically, you see student, it comes in knowledge in 2003, and the first case was noticed in southern China. Okay, so it is also a kind of a coronavirus, and you see it is a very infectious. It means it gets transferred from one person to another. And how? Through cough, through sneezing, okay, through air, you can say. So it will get transmitted from other person. Okay, and you see student that during the 2003, it's a kind of an epidemic where 10% of more than 3,000 or 63 people around the world, they died because of this virus, because of this disease, that is SARS. Okay, so we can say that it is caused due to the coronavirus. Okay, these days also we are listening about that of a coronavirus. So coronavirus, it was, you can say that was the first phase of the virus which causes a disease, and that is SARS. There also the transmission of the infection, transmission of the virus from one person to another is through that of a cough, is due to that of a sneezing only, or through touch, even blood transfusion also. So all these things were responsible for transmission of this virus from an infected person to that of a healthy person. Okay, taking a fluid which already has been used by that of an infected person. So if you are coming in a contact with that of the infected person, so ultimately it will cause the disease, that is SARS. Okay, so it is caused due to the coronavirus, and it get transmitted from an infected person, sorry students, from an infected person to a healthy person. Person to a okay, so it gets transmitted from an infected person to that of a healthy person. Reason the same only, and how it get transmitted, student, let me write it again, that basically it get transmitted from one person to another through cough, through sneeze, or coming in a contact with that person. Okay, so it get transmitted through cough or through sneeze, while sneezing also, so sneeze, or coming in contact with the person, eating the food, especially that of the fluid, is responsible for the cause of this diseases. Okay, now you see student, this is a severe acute respiratory syndrome. So ultimately it will affect the respiratory organ, that is the lung of a person. Okay, so it was the same like that of a coronavirus which we are listening these days, but we can say that was the first phase, and we had identified the name is, we had given the name, that is a SARS to it. Although the impact was very heavy, student, more than 26 countries were infected because of this virus, but nowadays you can understand that more than 130 countries are affected by the COVID-19. Okay, so basically it was identified In 2003, southern China. Okay, and it seems as an epidemic in 2003 because it killed a lot of people. Most of the people, the SARS victim in the world, they died. Okay, so in 2003, during the 2003 epidemic, more than 10% of the 3,094, okay, 94 known SARS victim in the world died. Okay, so you can understand that what kind of an epidemic it is, how it was very dangerous at that time also, in 2003 also, and you can understand, students, that more than 26 countries were infected because of this virus, because of this disease. Now the question arises that whether there is any kind of a vaccination which was developed for this SARS coronavirus. No, still there is no vaccine for that of a SARS coronavirus. You can understand, a student, that only the preventive measures we can take, like a cleanliness or keeping a distance from the person who is already a SARS victim. Okay, all these things. Okay, all these things are the preventive measures that we can take for prevent ourselves from the attack of that of the SARS coronavirus. Okay, so we can say only preventive measures are there by which we can protect ourselves from this virus. Okay. Okay, like cleanliness, sanitizer. Okay, keep a distance, social distancing, but we use a term for it, that is social distancing. Okay, so all these things are the preventive measures. Frequent hand wash, all these things are important, or we can say is preventive measures by which we can protect ourselves from this virus. So this is all about that of SARS, students. Now we will move to the next one, and that is staphylococci. Okay, Staphylococcus. Staphylococcus. So this is about the coronavirus, that is SARS coronavirus. Staphylococcus. Okay. Now it is what, first of all you should understand, it is what? It is a gram-positive bacteria. Bacteria is also divided into two, student. Gram-negative bacteria is also there. Gram-positive bacteria is there. When we talk about this Staphylococcus, then it is a gram-positive bacteria. So first of all, the thing that we will write about it, that it is a gram-positive bacteria. Then the second one is the students that okay, it is a gram-positive bacteria and the shape of the bacteria is a round shape. Okay, so it is round in. It causes a lot of diseases, student. Gram-positive bacteria, not only to the human, but it also causes disease to that of the animals by penetrating or by the toxin, by producing the toxin inside the body of the human or in that of the animals. Okay, so we can write it. So it causes a variety of diseases, not only in the human but also in the animals. How? By penetrating or by producing a toxin in it. Okay, so we can say human being through either toxin production or penetration. Okay, so either through that of a toxin production or penetration, this bacteria, it causes a disease to the human as well as the as well as to that of the animal. The toxin producing, if a toxin occurred that in that of a human student, so you will understand that when we talk about the food poisoning, actually the food poisoning is caused by the Staphylococcus, which is responsible, which basically produces, you can say the toxin produced by it will cause the food poisoning to the human being. Okay, so basically it grows in the improperly stored food inside the body. Okay, so we can write it. It is a common cause of food poisoning. So you can understand, students, when we talk about the toxin production, so this toxin production is related to that of a food poisoning. It means this gram-positive bacteria, it is responsible for the food poisoning, and the reason that it can grow in the improperly stored food present in the body. Okay, so we can write it. Food poisoning, since it is present in the improperly present in the students, or we can say that it grow improperly stored So since it grows in the improperly stored food, and that is why it will cause the food poisoning. So this is all about that of a Staphylococcus.